Hello everyone and welcome to Tipsy, where we actually provide you with top predictions based on a lot of criterias. And you may actually wish to know how we actually get these predictions. Of course, we are now using our own best AI intelligent tool that actually analyzes matches based on a lot of criterias. After which we manually make these picks and go further to use third-party sites such as SofaScore and Bet Explorer to make sure that we check for the form of the team, the home and away performance of that team, as well as top scorers. And if this actually meets our need, then we actually come to share them with you. We can therefore say these predictions are over 90% accurate, and you can actually make your bet picks and analyze and include in your bet slip. Therefore, if you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for new post notifications and updates. So this is actually what we have for you today. Today we actually have 7 matches to share with you, and you can as well check our handpicked 2+ odds from the website link below this video description. Also, as a quick reminder, please make sure to feel free to edit these matches per your single need, and also be reminded to only pick a maximum of 4 or 5 matches per single slip so as to boost your winning chance by over or by up to 100%. That being said, today we are actually sharing with you top over 1.5 or 2.5 goal match predictions that you can actually make your bet picks, analyze and include them in your bet slip. So the first match in our today's list is actually in the Belgium Pro League. It's a match between Zulte Waregem playing versus KV Michelin. And of course, we are actually looking at over 1.5 goal here as the best pick. You can see based on stand, they're actually in the 14 and 17 position, where Michelin has played 17 matches with 5 wins, 25 goals scored, 31 conceded, as compared to Waregem in the 17th position with 18 matches played, 3 wins, 4 draw and 11 loss, 23 goals scored and 42 goals conceded. Based on the performance rate of Waregem, they are not that good, but Michelin is average. And now if we look at the head-to-head between these two, most recent head-to-head actually ended as 4 goals, which is actually an over 1.5 as well as an over 2.5. And most of the head-to-head that they have actually made, you can see, because these two teams are almost of equal strength, and whenever they meet, more goals are always being recorded. So an over 1.5 goal is what we are actually looking at here as the best pick and safe for this. The next in our list is actually in the Australia A-League Women. It's a match between Western Sydney Wanderers playing versus Melbourne City. We are also actually looking at over 1.5 goal here as one of the best pick. If we try to look at the stands, we have Melbourne City Women in the 3rd position, and based on the complete stands, they are in the first with 6 matches played and 5 wins. 18 goals have been scored and 5 conceded, as compared to the opponent in the 10th position, who has actually played 6 with no wins, 3 goals scored and 10 conceded. And based on form, we have Melbourne City as 3rd in the form, 14 match played, 4 wins with 14 goals scored and 4 conceded, as compared to Wanderers that has played 5 with only 1 goal scored and 6 conceded. And of course, you can see Western Wanderers is very poor as compared to Melbourne City. And most recent head-to-head, you can see 2 goals and 3 goals recorded most recent. But of course, this time Melbourne City is very even more offensive and going away. And this time we want to make sure it impresses, and therefore we are expecting it to actually make goals to occur here in this match. So an over 1.5 is the best choice at what we are looking at. Or maybe you can actually go for an over 0.5 goal for the away team. That is, betting that the away team will score at least 1 goal before the end of the match is also a good pick. The next in our list is actually in the Netherlands. Eredivisie is the match between NEC Nijmegen playing versus Ajax, and of course here Ajax is very offensive. You can see based on stands, Ajax is actually the second, 14 matches played with 9 wins, 3 draw, 2 loss, 44 goals scored and 17 conceded, as compared to the opponent in the 9th position that actually played 14 matches, 3 wins, 8 draw and 3 losses, 19 goals have been scored and 16 conceded. And based on form, we still have Ajax as a good form team, and also Nijmegen want to also maintain a good form based on the most recent matches. And of course, if we look at the performance rate of Nijmegen, they are average as compared to Ajax, who is very offensive. Head-to-head between these two actually shows most recent actually end as 1-0, where Ajax played away. This time Ajax is still away, and they are even having more performance rating. So an over 1.5 goal is just the best choice that we are actually looking at this match. The next in our list is actually in the Netherlands Eredivisie. Is a match between Utrecht playing versus Feyenoord Rotterdam. We're actually looking at over 1.5 goal here as one of the possibility. You can see Feyenoord actually in the first position, actually played 14 with 10 wins, 35 goals scored and 13 conceived, as compared to Utrecht that has actually played 14 matches in the 7th position, 7 wins, 3 draw and 4 loss, 23 goals scored and 21 conceived. And based on stats, you can see Utrecht is good, same way as Feyenoord. So if we now check the head-to-head, we are going to see that most recent actually ended as 3 goals, and even the last recent actually 4 goals, and over 1.5 goal is just the best choice that we are actually looking at to be on the safe side. The next in our list is actually in the Portugal, Liga Portugal. It's a match between Sporting playing versus Club Maritimo. We're actually looking at Sporting to actually lead here, and an over 1.5 more goals we are expecting for Sporting. The first choice is actually you can go the fact that before the end of this match, Sporting has to score at least 0.5 goal. That means 1 goal before the end of this match, or you can give it as over 1.5 goal in full time for both of the team. That's an over 1.5 goal as the best choice. You can see Sporting is actually in the second in the table, 5 matches played with 4 wins, 11 goals scored and 3 conceived, as compared to Maritimo that has actually played 5 with 1 wins, 3 scored and 3 conceived. Based on form, Sporting they have a better form, and if you see the performance rating of Maritimo, they are more conceiving as compared to Sporting. Most recent head-to-head, you can see actually here 5 goals were recorded when Sporting is home, and this time it is going away. Though it's going away, of course, you still have the probability to make sure that you score at least 1 goal or 2 goals before the end of this match. That is why one of the possibilities is the fact that Sporting we at least score 0.5 goal before the end of the match, or we just give it an over 1.5 full time as the whole match is concerned. The next game in our list is actually in the Israel Liga Hal. It's a match between Maccabi Haifa playing versus Nes Ziona FC, and over 1.5 or 2.5 is what we are actually looking at in this match. You can see based on the table here, Maccabi Haifa is the first, 5 matches played with 5 wins, 13 goals scored and 3 conceived, as compared to Nes Ziona that has played 5 with 1 win, 10 goals scored and 9 conceived. Based on form and standings actually show Maccabi Haifa the best here in the stands. 16 matches played with 14 wins, 36 goals scored, 14 conceived, and you can see its opponent in the 12th position that has played 16 with 3 wins, 3 draws. That's 16 games played, 3 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses, 19 goals scored and 28 conceived. And based on stands or the performance rating, we have Nes Ziona as an average team as compared to Maccabi Haifa, who is very offensive. And now the most recent head-to-head actually ended as 4 goals. We're actually still looking at over 1.5 goal here as one of the possibility, as well as an over 2.5 as the next possibility that we're actually looking at in this game. The next match in our list is actually in the Mexico Liga MX. It's a match between Club de Football America playing versus Querétaro Football Club. If we look here from the stands, they're actually in the 10 and 14 position. No games have actually been played this time, but based on the most recent performances of Club America, they are really good, while Querétaro is very conceiving. Most recent head-to-head record as 1 goal. This time Club America is coming home, which is a more offensive team, and therefore we're actually expecting to make sure goals actually come in this match, or we can give Club America to score at least 0.5 goal, or we can as well look at the possibility of over 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time in both of the teams. Today we actually have 5 matches to share with you, and you can as well check our hand-picked 2+ odds from the website link below this video description. Also, as a quick reminder, please make sure to feel free to edit these matches per your single need, and also be reminded to use a maximum of 4 or 5 matches per every single slip, so as to boost your winning chance by up to 100%. So that being said, today we are actually sharing with you the best home or away win match predictions that you can actually make your bet picks, analyze them and include in your bet slip. So the first match in our today's list is actually in the Portugal Liga Portugal. It's a match between Maritimo playing versus Sporting Club. And of course, we are actually going for the away team to take the lead, or maybe we want to give it a double chance. If we scroll down this page, we are going to see based on stands, we have Sporting in the 4th position, 14 matches played with 9 wins, 1 draw and 4 losses. 29 goals have been scored and 15 conceived, as compared to the opponent Maritimo in the relegation area, 14 matches played in the 17th position, 1 win, 4 draw, and 9 loss, and 9 goals have been scored, while 28 conceived. If we now look at the form of this team, Sporting is the second form in this table, and of course they have played 5 matches with all 4 wins, 11 goals scored, and 3 conceived, as compared to the opponent, who is not as good as Sporting. If we look now at the performance rating of Maritimo, they are very poor as compared to Sporting, who is very offensive. Now, if we now try to look at the head-to-head between these two, we are going to see that most recent match played between them, Sporting played home, it beat Maritimo 5-0. This to tell you how offensive they are. This time they are actually going away, and as they have that more form, we're actually expecting it to still take the lead here, or maybe you want to give it a double chance as the best selection in this game. The next match in our list is actually in the Mexico Liga MX. It's a match between Club de Football America playing versus Querétaro Football Club. We're actually wanting to go for the home team to take the lead here, or maybe a double chance for the home team, or 1 DNB. If we scroll down here, you are going to see based on stand, Club America is the 10, while its opponent is in the 14th position. Though we have no now recent game, but of course we can check the recent performances of Club Maritimo as compared to the opponent. The performance rate of Club Maritimo is more better as compared to the opponent. Now the head-to-head between these two, most recent match played, Club America played the way it beats Querétaro 1-0. This time Club America is coming home. Of course, it's going to make sure it take that home chance. That is why we're actually looking at the home team to win, or maybe you can give it a double chance, or 1 DNB. The next in our list is actually in the Israel Liga Hal. It's a match between Sek Nest Siona playing versus Maccabi Haifa. Of course, we are actually looking at Maccabi Haifa as the lead team here, or maybe a double chance, or 2 DNB for Maccabi Haifa. You can see and confirm that from the table here. Maccabi actually is the first in the stand. 16 matches played, 14 wins, 36 goals scored, and 14 conceived, as compared to the opponent in the 12th position, who has played 16 with only 3 wins, 6 goals scored. That's 6 match wins, 3 wins, 6 draw, and 7 loss, 19 goals scored, and 28 conceived. Based on form, if we still try to check, you are going to see that Maccabi Haifa, they have a better form here. They have played 5 matches and win all of the 5 with 13 goals scored and 3 conceived, as compared to the opponent in the 6th position, who have played 5 with only 1 wins, 10 goals scored have been scored, 10 goals have been scored, and 9 conceived. Now, if we look at the performance rates of Nes Ziumna, they are actually average as compared to Maccabi Haifa. The recent head-to-head between these two, you can see most recent actually ended as 3-1, where Maccabi Haifa played home. This time it is going away, and of course it still have a better form. That is why we're actually looking at it as the lead team here, or maybe you want to give it a double chance. Or maybe you want to give it, that is why we're actually looking at Maccabi Haifa as the lead team here, or maybe you actually want to give it a double chance. The next in our list is actually in the Australia A-League Women. It's a match between Western Sydney playing versus Melbourne City Football Club. We're actually looking at Melbourne City here in this match as the lead team, or maybe a double chance for it. We can see this from the table, where Melbourne City Women actually played 6 games, while 5 wins, 18 goals scored, and 5 conceived, as compared to the opponent that has actually played 6 with no wins, 3 goals scored, and 10 conceived. Based on form, we have Melbourne City as a better form here. 5 matches played with 4 wins, 14 goals scored, and 4 conceived, as compared to the opponent, who have played 5 with only 1 goal scored and 6 conceived. The performance rates of Wanderers can show how they are very poor as compared to Melbourne City. Now, if we look at the head-to-head between these two, most recent, Melbourne City has always lead, and of course we can see that Melbourne City played away for the most recent. This time Melbourne City is still away, but of course its performance rate is very promising. That is why we are actually looking at the away team to take the lead, or maybe a double chance for it. The next in our list is actually in the Greece Superliga. It's a match actually between Choose Protos playing versus Payok Solun. We're actually looking at double chance for the away team, and of course they have a better performance. You can see that based on stand, they are actually in the first 8 matches played with 6 wins, 18 goals have been scored and 7 conceived, as compared to the opponent in the 15th position, who has played 9, no wins, 7 goals scored, and 17 goals conceived. Based on form, we can still conclude that, of course, Payok still have a better form with 5 matches played, 4 wins, 14 goals scored, and 5 conceded as compared to the opponent who have played 5 matches with no wins, only 3 goals scored, and 11 conceded. We will now try to look at the performance rate of the opponent here. They are very poor as compared to Payok. Payok is very offensive. Now, if we try to look at the head-to-head between these two, most recent actually ended as nil when Payok was home. But of course, this time Payok actually is going away with an even more greater performance. We're actually expecting it to take the lead here. But of course, double chance is the best pick for Payok in this match. These are actually the match that we actually have for you to share. And of course, you can as well check our handpicked 2+ odds from the website link below this video description. Also, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notification and updates whenever we create a new video or tutorial. And thank you very much for watching, and see you again in our next episode. And now I know